Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my new updated draft for Game Week 1. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment what is your Game Week 1 draft looking like right now, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So starting things off, in goal I've gone back to Flecken. I just feel like people in the comments were kind of telling me that even if Raya doesn't leave, Flecken is still probably going to be the #1 simply because they've just brought him in. Raya obviously wants to go. There doesn't really seem a point to play Raya when Flecken can get like all this experience and stuff in the squad. So I feel like he might play anyway. Raya will probably still leave regardless, but even if he doesn't, then Flecken should hopefully be the new #1. But again, if he doesn't play, then I will go back to a different keeper. Again, Onana has just been signed as well. It's all been confirmed now. So if he comes in at 5 mil, then he will probably be the keeper that I go with. That will mean that I have to drop Luke Shaw, but at the same time, I think he's just going to be a really nice option to have, and then I don't have to spend 5.5 mil on Luke Shaw, and that money can be used elsewhere. But either way, as of right now, Flecken is my goalkeeper, and it's probably going to stay like that until we get some more information on like this Onana price and stuff. It should get released soon anyway, because he's obviously been confirmed now as a new United player. But anyway, Flecken in goal. In the defence, though, we do have Shaw, who's got Wolves at home. We've got Estepinian, who's got Luton at home. Gabriel, who's got Forest at home. And then Trent, who's got Chelsea away. I just think this is arguably the best defence you can have. Like, this is the most template defence you can have, which is why you'll see it on most teams. One might be changed, like you might not have a Gabriel, you might have like a Zinchenko instead, or if they're running Ramsdale, you might have a different player instead. But as of right now, I don't think I'll be changing this defense unless I change my goalkeeper into either Onana or Ramsdale. But Estepinian's definitely in there. I can't see myself getting rid of Trent. I just think in his new position, he's just going to be an absolute goldmine of points. You know, those clean sheets that he's going to be getting anyway, because obviously he's still labelled as a defender, and you know he's playing so far upfield now in that midfield. He's going to be creating so many more chances, scoring so many more goals. So yeah, I think for 8 mil, I think he's going to be a really good player to own this season. I think he's definitely going to be like one of the big deciders, because obviously I think he's like 30% owned right now. So if you don't own him, obviously, and he pops off, then you're going to be kicking yourself. But again, other side of the coin, if you own him and he doesn't do anything, that's a lot of money that you've got in that player that's, you know, not doing anything. But I just think there's so many positives that outweigh the negatives with this transfer. I just have to have Trent in my team. And yeah, Estepinian, you know, I think he was only second to Trent at the back end of last season for like chances and everything like that. So yeah, he's definitely going to be in the team. And then yeah, Gabriel with the set piece, chances that he gets off the set pieces, etc., obviously going to be in the team. And then Luke Shaw as well, just on set pieces. Well, he's on like a few set pieces, corners and stuff like that, and he's just such a good player to have anyway. So that's the defense there. Before we get into the midfielders, though, a quick word from today's sponsor. If you're using different apps and websites for the latest football news and need a solution with it all in one place, then Route 1 might be something that you need to take a look at. With the Route 1 newsletter, you'll never be out of the loop again. It gathers all the football news and delivers it straight into your inbox in a snappy 5-minute read. It takes seconds to sign up and also keeps you up to date with all of the latest FPL news for absolutely free. But that's not all. As a subscriber, you'll get amazing discounts on football tickets and shirts and football experiences, European away days included. Join before September for free and pay nothing ever. No risk to you, unsubscribe anytime, just scan the code on the screen. Now let's get back into the video. Okay, so after that, we're now going into the midfield. We've got Rashford, who's got Wolves at home, Saka, who's got Forest at home, Mitoma, who's got Luton at home, and then Bruno Fernandes, who's got Wolves at home as well. I'm very happy with this midfield. The only player that obviously I wish I could have is Salah, but it's so difficult to have Haaland, Salah, and Trent without the rest of your team just like getting hurt. I just don't think it's worth it. This is the first game week that I'm probably going to be going into. Well, it's the first game week of the season that I'm going into without Salah, so it's a bit of a weird territory, really. I've never had this, and obviously everyone captains Salah first game week of the season. He always seems to pop off. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season not going into it with Salah, but that's just all down to Haaland and being an absolute robot up top. But yeah, quite happy with this midfield. I can't really see this changing much unless I get rid of like a Gabriel Jesus or something and bring in another Arsenal midfielder, but it's looking very unlikely. So yeah, that's the midfield there. Very happy with it. Bruno also now named as the captain of United. I mean, he was a 90-minute man anyway. He was on penalties. You know, he was creating so many chances last season, and the players around him just weren't finishing. So he definitely underperformed in terms of points. So hopefully now United will be able to stick a few of his passes in the back of the net. It was quite rough owning Fernandes last season for a solid portion of it. The amount of times he like hit the woodwork, and like I said, the amount of time that he created chances and they just weren't putting away, it was so infuriating because he could have just come out with every single week he could have come out with like 10 plus points, just with the amount of chances he was creating, but just no one was sticking him away. It was so annoying. But yeah, Bruno's in the team. Obviously Mitoma's in the team because, you know, they've got such a good run of fixtures coming up, and as well as that, he had a really good season. Only for 6.5, he's not bad. I mean, it's between Mitoma and Mbeumo for me, like who I could really have in this team, and I just think even though Mbeumo's on penalties, we just don't know how Brentford are going to play without Tony. Like, Tony is such a talisman in that team, whereas Brighton, I think, are going to be really good. I know they're running, like, they've obviously not got McAllister now and stuff, but I think they'll still be a really good, solid team to have. So, yeah, Mitoma is going to be in my team. And then, yeah, Saka on penalties should be. And, you know, with the additions that Arsenal have made this season, I think that Saka is going to be just even better of an option. He's the one player that I know that is, you know, he's not going to really be benched or rested or anything like that. He's pretty much a 90-minute man, even with the likes of Havertz coming into the squad and stuff like that. He still will be playing on that right wing. And, yeah, penalties obviously massive for him. And then Rashford, just a really good player to own anyway. His stats last season were obviously incredible, so hopefully he can replicate that into next season or into this season. And then up top, very template, like say Haaland and Gabriel Jesus. Nothing has changed there. Haaland is going to be my captain, and then Jesus just obviously because he's a really good Arsenal attacker. Again, he may get slightly rotated with the introduction of like Havertz and stuff, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. My bench has completely changed though, and I'll go over why. So obviously Areola, he's not changed, he's in goal, yada yada yada. I brought in Pau Torres. I just think that I think Villa rotate really nicely this season. You know, they've got Everton and then Burnley in game week 2 and 3, and then Liverpool obviously game week 4, but then they've got Crystal Palace in game week 5. It would just be nice to have him, and they've just brought him in as well, so he should be in the starting 11. He'll probably take Mings' place, of course. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I think I'm a little bit more comfortable having Pau Torres in the squad. And then this is a little bit of a gem. I don't know if you've seen this guy pre-season in these friendlies, but he's popping off quite a bit. I don't 100% know how to say his name. It's like Amada or Ahamada or something like that, but he's a 4.5 mil midfielder. He plays for Crystal Palace, and he's pre-season so far he's had like 1 goal and like 1 or 2 assists already. And for 4.5 mil, Roy's playing him a bit more as well. He's gone from like 1 minute to 45 minutes to like 70 minutes to 90 minutes. Like, he's getting a lot of minutes now as well. So if he keeps playing in that Crystal Palace team, I think he's going to be an absolute steal, especially because, you know, the returns that he's already getting, like say a goal and an assist or 2 assists or something like that. And again, with his minutes just going higher and higher, I think he's an absolute steal, especially if you're not playing 5 in midfield. So for me, who's playing a 4-4-2 right now, I think he's definitely the midfielder that I'm going to go into the game week 1 with. And then I've also brought in Archer as well. I just think, you know, he could be the better player to have. I do have 2 Aston Villa players, which is a bit weird because obviously if I can only have 1 more, but I don't think I'll be bringing in too many other Aston Villa players, maybe Ollie Watkins down the line. But yeah, that is how my team is shaping up for game week 1. I'm just going to quickly go over some transfers. Like, this is, so, you know, arguably this could be what happens if Onana does come in at 5 mil. Let's just put him in, you know, Ray is just there, but imagine that's an honor for 5 mil. So that would mean that I'd be getting rid of Shaw, for, who's 5.5, so I had a 5 mil to spend. So what I could do is obviously change my formation, which would be like a 3-4-2, which would be a 3-5-2, should I say. So if I bring in like Bell, and I do end up getting rid of Amada, when I think about it, it doesn't really change it too much. Like, it allows me to have a 5.5 midfielder, but I'd need a little bit more money there. I need like a 6 or a 6.5 midfielder really to help out. So that, what I could do obviously is downgrade Pau Torres to another 4 mil defender, and that would allow me to have an extra 1.5 mil in the bank. And then obviously that would allow me to have like a 6 mil midfielder, and that would be like maybe a Morgan Gibbs White or something like that, which obviously would be quite nice. But now that I look at it, I feel like it kind of hurts my team really. It kind of messes it all up. I just don't think there's anything wrong with this team right now. You know, Flecking could obviously be a different 4.5 mil keeper, but I think for the rest of the players, I honestly don't see anything wrong with these positions. So now that I look at it, yeah, I don't know, unless Onana's like 4.5, then fair play, that'll change everything because everybody will be jumping on him. And that saved me a lot of money on Luke Shaw as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if I actually like this anymore. It depends how much. It could even be 5.5. If it's 5.5, no one's going near him because obviously you got Luke Shaw for the same price. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what his price comes in at. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below. Leave a comment with your Game Week 1 squad. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.